Hi friends, welcome back. Apologies in advance, my nose is giving me trouble today. Okay, the two decks standing out right now is the Work Your Light Oracle and Star Dragons. I think it's the one on bottom right now. I'm hearing, ooh, yeah, the one on bottom. Protection, ooh, call back your power. Cut the cords, soul retrieval. Such a theme as of lately, cutting the cords. Releasing ourselves from the tether, cutting the strings that connect us to this imaginary puppeteer. It's like we've created the puppeteer by connecting these cords, by remaining stuck to these cords, stuck to these strings. We've created something outside of ourselves that pulls us in one direction or the other without us leading ourselves in that direction. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. There's an eclipse happening up here, so maybe no, it's like our true self is eclipsed right now, eclipsed by these things that seem greater than us, these things that, like, when an eclipse is really, there's the moon and then the earth and then the sun, and they're all perfectly in alignment. Like the earth is directly in between the moon and the sun, and maybe it's like these strings are the things between us and our dream. Our dreams. Maybe these strings are the things between us and our dreams. Yeah, I'm going to read from the book on that one. You are being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events, so it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred. You carry that with you and leave it everywhere you go. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power, so it is important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. Check into your body and see what chakra feels like it needs a bit of energetic cleanup. There is a song by Lee Harris. If you look up on YouTube, like Lee Harris music, and it's literally called "I Call Back My Power." I call back every piece of myself I've ever given away. I call back my power. This says, I call back any lost soul fragments, power, or light now. Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from the past or present, from this life or others, that are not in the highest good of all, I relinquish now. Any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly given away or had taken from me, I call back now. Any cords or attachments from this life or others, I release now for the highest good of all. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Wow. Call back your power. Whew, that's a lot. It's like half the deck. That's a whole dang storyline. Okay, hold on. I'm somewhere in between right now, and I want to be right here. I'm not trying to be where the answer is. I'm not trying to know or guess which card this is. I'm just going to let the right one come out. Thank you. Space. 5. It's one of the like special cards at the end of this deck. There's a handful of after the first so many. I'm not exactly sure. Let me check. 2, 3, 4. After the first 28, there are sorry. 5 other ones. Yeah, and this is the very last one. Oh, so cool. Okay, first of all, I would not have known that this constellation on this card is Sagittarius, which is my constellation. I wouldn't have known that. We have space. And can you see, let's see, down here, can you see that constellation? That's crazy. Okay, I'm a Sagittarius and I'm trying to get space right now. So we're calling back our power, reclaiming our space. Wow, so cool. Okay, there's rings around the arms of the Herald. It's kind of making me think of floaties. You know, like life floaties floating to help you float in the pool. But it also looks like there's a ring around the wrist with a key on it is what I'm seeing in that ring around the wrist. So let's see. What's it gonna be? What's gonna help us? You know, what's gonna be our floaties? What's gonna help make sure that we keep ourselves riding this wave rather than drowning in it? What's the key? So anyways, the constellation is Sagittarius, and the star associated with the Herald is Caus Australis Epsilon Sagittarii. Okay, the wisdom of the Herald. Move and travel boldly and freely as you work your way through the area and dance and spin, spreading your wings. Shine and thrive as you explore the great spaces available to you on this planet and beyond. The wisdom of the dragon. Allow your body to move through the world because I am your playground. I am the space that you move through, whether through physical exertion, activity, exploration, travel, or more. Move your body and explore. You know, energy moves through us and we move through space. The Star Dragon Invocation. The General of Space invites you on a journey through travel or physical exertion. Think about the ways in which you can move through space. Enjoy and revel in this vast playground of motion and movement. Think about travel or a new experience. The world is yours. Top of the list. And so many arms, by the way. This dragon has literally has extra arms. Can you see that? Yeah, this dragon literally has extra arms. Interesting. It even looks like it has hair on it, like a long flowing mane. That's crazy. Hair holds a lot of memories. Hair holds a lot of energy in it. It's very important to keep that in mind as well. You know, your hair takes up a significant amount of, well, mine does now that it's grown out, it takes up a significant amount of space on your body. And, you know, if your hair that you've grown with those memories, if you're still treating that, I don't know, it's again with cutting the cords. Sometimes a good haircut is what you need to cut the cords. I'm not doing that. Sometimes an energetic haircut, you know, a hair mask, or like just a really good cleansing of the hair can be helpful, and asking the water to help, you know, wash all of the connections that you still have tethering you, like your hair, tethering you to those past, to those memories, to those experiences that you went through as you grew some of that out. You know, and as we cut it off, that's like cutting off time, cutting off our connection to things. And yes, sometimes that can be seen as a bad thing. I know some people grow their hair out because of that, but like sometimes that's exactly what you need. Sometimes you just gotta chop it off. Cleanse yourself of that energy. Wow. So, protection, calling back your power, cutting the cords, soul retrieval, space. Reclaiming your space, calling back your power, cutting the cords, calling back your power, and reclaiming your space. There's one in the middle here. I don't even know if I saw it. Yeah, I would. I'm even seeing, there's just flowers up here on the card, but what I'm seeing over here in this corner, I was seeing the face of like a lion's nose up close, which was already making me think about like Leo and strength and being strong and confident to just like show yourself and stand out. And we have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So that space is not just outside of us. As that cellular healing happened, our cells are no longer, our cells and ourselves are no longer holding on to so many things that were like sucking that energy away. And so now we have more space for more light to shine through, literally by like the creating of more, cutting of those cords creates more space in our lives, and that literally allows us to transform and grow and change. Okay, it's the moon one. Moonology. Oh, tonight's a full moon. I believe tonight's a full moon in Libra. Ooh, so this is all helping us to find balance in our lives too. And it's illuminating the things that are out of balance. Yeah, that full moon is going to illuminate the areas of your life that are out of balance. And because we're still in Aries season right now, right? Aren't we in Aries season? I believe we are. And if we are, that means that where we are being illuminated, where things are out of balance, we are also the sun is in the area that's saying, hey, take action on this, take charge. It's time to get started on this, on reclaiming balance, right? In addition to calling back our power, we're reclaiming our space, and we're reclaiming balance, reclaiming that equilibrium. That was, no, your finger's still in it. It was that one. It was like, stop. One more. Wow, this full moon has this deck talking. Okay, there we go. Knew there was something else coming out. All right, what was this one? Ooh, new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Attuned to the divine. So as this full moon comes out in the sky, you've got this full bright thing illuminating where things are imbalanced. But you still have to, first of all, balance that with the dark of the new moon. And right now, because there's so much over here on this like physical side of things that are being illuminated, here on this earth plane that are being illuminated by the moon, you got to go find that darkness within. And not darkness in a bad way, but where there is less light, there is more space. Does that make sense? Right? Because the light illuminates things, and it adds a sense. It adds the sense of sight. So when you lose light and you go into that darkness, you lose that sense of sight and attune to the divine. So maybe there's something here also about just like meditating with our eyes closed, or putting on an eye mask, like a blindfold or something, and attuning to the divine through, allowing yourself to see that which isn't there. And Pisces, just very watery, very emotional. So I love that bird. Okay, we have first quarter moon in Libra and first quarter moon in Aquarius. Trust the universe and keep your heart open. So both first quarter moons, right? As things are being illuminated by the Libra full moon right now, showing us where things are out of balance. When the Aries energy combined with that is allowing us to like step into the first quarter moon phase of this next step. I know it sounds like I'm grasping at straws, but I feel what I'm saying, okay? The new moon is where these seeds were, the new moon phase is where the seeds were planted for this transformation, this travel, this like, as we step into this greater space. That was the new moon phase, when we made the decision to step into the greater space. Freudian slip there, greater face, right? To see our greater face reflected back to us in the world as a whole. And so, again, just reminding us the first quarter moon, we're kind of early on in the game. So to trust the universe with that full energy, but also feeling comfortable, like she's dancing, feeling comfortable to move around and dance with life, to take up more space, to reclaim that space. And keep your heart open. Just a reminder that is what that's what the scales are weighed by, right? How much is weighing on your heart? How much is weighing on your heart? That's going to determine, that's the key. Cut the cords. Reclaim your space. That's going to transform you from the inside out. Spend some time allowing your mind to wander around in the darkness. The darkness isn't a bad place. It's just a place undefined. It's just a place unknown. It's just a place unaware. The darkness can be... I mean, think about dark room retreats. So much can happen and come from that dark space. Trust in the universe as you start off on this new journey. Don't be afraid to dance with life and dance your way through life. Even if hard things are happening, the best thing that you can do is create more beauty by dancing through life. Create more joy, create more light. Yeah. And the scales are measured by how heavy your heart is. And the lighter your heart is, the more space you're going to feel like you have, right? Because that heavy heart makes you feel weighed down, makes you feel trapped. So as you lighten your heart, as you lighten the load of life on your heart that you choose to accept, that's how you're going to figure out which direction you need to go in order to gain that spaciousness, feel that spaciousness. It can be found inside, it can be found outside. It should be found in both. They're one and the same, right? Everything's a reflection, as within, so without, but also as without, so within. So not only is your feeling state going to impact the world around you, but if you were to move yourself into a space around you that you view as being more beautiful than where you are, then that in turn is going to reflect back to you. And then you are going to feel more beautiful even on the inside, because you begin to reflect that which you surround yourself with. One card for a closing message, because I keep thinking about this deck, and then we'll call it done. I have no clue how long this has been, but I'm so glad that my nose hasn't given me too much trouble. Okay, I'll take the... Ooh. Wait. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. Okay, this journey, this travel to spaciousness, it might not happen right away. You might feel like you're in a moment of limbo, but feeling like you're between worlds right now. I'm actually feeling, I don't even need to read the bottom of this. It's not about that. It's about the picture that's on the card here. It's about that spaciousness. So I'm getting, this is a reminder of that spaciousness. As above, so below. As within, so without. That spaciousness that we create in ourselves will create more in the universe as a whole. And again, as we go out into areas of greater space, of greater openness, that will be, once again, reflected within us. Whole stack of these guys. And that's that. And that's that. Everything that we are working towards right now is creating more spaciousness in us and the world around us. Thank you.